I'd like to share with you something today, something very unique, something that I'm extremely privileged to have had, and something I'm very proud of. My association with NIIT, and specifically NIIT Amritsar. It all started during the summer of June, or probably May, June 1995. Prior to that, I have been seeing this advertisement which some of the successful magazines of that era used to carry, which used to say, if you're not studying at NIIT, you are missing something. It somehow stuck me and it stayed with me for a very long period of time. I still remember that tagline very fondly. Now, I joined NIIT. I had the privilege of joining NIIT as a scholarship student way back in 1995. And I didn't know that what kind of an influence it is going to have to shape up my career in the future. As I sit and connect the dots back today after 20 years, as I reflect back 20, 25 years, I can only say, what would I have become had it not been for NIIT? Had it not been for some very fond memories of NIIT, had it not been for some of the extremely exemplary teaching of NIIT Amritsar specifically, teachings of Gurjeet sir, teachings of Aman ma'am, teachings of Rajesh sir, we still, whenever we meet as a group, some of the ex-students, we very fondly remember those days, whether it is having those classroom sessions, whether remembering the ISAS presentations, or whether it is going and taking some snack breaks to the nearby novelty shop, having puris over there, or even enjoying the delicacies like paneer pakoras and all that stuff. My mouth is watering, you can see that. Very, very fond memories, extremely privileged to have attended NIIT Amritsar, and how it helped shape my career. That's something that I would like to talk about today. Back in 1995, people were talking about this so-called IT revolution, which is going to unfold. India was facing a huge crisis, manpower crisis, skilled manpower crisis, I would say. There weren't many institutes who could stand up confidently and produce the skills which are future ready. NIIT was one institute which did it, and we did it brilliantly well. And specifically, I want to talk about NIIT Amritsar today. Way back in those days, when engineering students who were passing out were not getting placed well enough with good remuneration, NIT and its programs were standing out and placing students way, way, way better. The kind of trainings that were getting imparted, the rigors that were put in to build those skills in these institutes of NIIT, specifically NIIT Amritsar, was truly something to be very, very fondly privileged about. I still remember my ISAS presentation. Back in those days, we didn't have Google. So the only source of knowledge were those thick, voluminous ISAS books which are available, and those extended lab hours which we used to get at NIIT labs. Many memories out there. We used to, I'm sorry to say, sir, hack the system to get some additional lab hours. We did hack to get those additional lab hours, and it benefited, sir. It truly benefited. So, dear students, absolutely, it's a big pleasure, privilege, honor to talk to all of you, pass on this message to you, that do whatever it takes to build your career. NIIT is there, it will stand firmly with you for you to be future ready. Remember some of the values that this institute, the great institute, teaches you as well, values of life. I still remember Rajesh sir sharing some of the values with us during these sessions, values about how to be a better human being. At the end of the day, it's not just your career which matters, but also how better a human being you turn out to be. So my sincere thanks to you, Gurjeet sir, Aman ma'am, Rajesh sir, to my fellow students, and to everybody, including Manga. I remember his contribution as well. He was the office boy in those days, and a very nice, simple, humble person. He used to help us with every need that we had. So I remember him very fondly whenever I visit NIIT Amritsar. The entire ecosystem was so student friendly, was so student oriented, everything was about your learning, your experiences, how you can evolve as an individual and make a better career out of it. As I was graduating from NIIT, I could get a placement at Amritsar in OCM Mills. I remember after having completed, I think, 2 years or 1.5 years at Amritsar. But then I went on to do some further studies before I could land into a job. But the foundation, the rock solid foundation that NIIT helped me build, I don't think I could have achieved what I've achieved today. Whatever little I could have achieved, I have achieved today. I could have done that without the help of NIIT, and specifically NIIT Amritsar. Humbly, deep gratitudes to you as an institute, to all my teachers, and to my fellow students. And I request all the present and future students to capitalize on this, on the benefits of which this great institute provides you, and be future ready, make a great career out of yourself, and at the end of the day, be a brilliant, good human being. Thank you so much. All the best.